In the fall of 535 CE, an Imperial Roman army lands in Sicily, set to reconquer all of Italy from the Germanic Ostrogothic kingdom. The Roman Empire had ceased to exist in the west, and only the eastern half, centered in Constantinople, remained. Since 476, Italy had been under the control of barbarian Germanic kings, starting with Odoacer, who was then deposed by Theodoric in 493. The current king was an Ostrogoth named Theodahad, who was at odds with the Roman Emperor Justinian. Theodahad had been accused by Justinian of killing the emperor's ally, who was actually Theodahad's own wife, a woman by the name of Amalasuntha. Using this as a pretext to begin war, Justinian sends his general, Flavius Belisarius, to invade Italy. Belisarius, landing in Sicily, was encouraged by his quick and easy victory in Vandalic North Africa a year previously. He was hoping for the same success in Italy, but he would soon discover that the Ostrogoths would prove to be a much more difficult and intractable foe than the Vandals. This campaign would be one of the longest and bloodiest conquests in late antiquity. The army that Belisarius commanded had changed greatly from the legions of Trajan or Augustus. For one, it was rather small, numbering anywhere between 10,000 and 25,000 men at any given time. The overall quality of the army was quite poor. It was made up of a confused mix of mobile field armies called comitatenses, local recruits, mercenaries, and other military detachments that were hastily thrown together in preparation for this campaign. In respect to equipment, armored soldiers wore either lamellar, scale, or chainmail shirts, carried round or oval shields, and were armed with a spear, medium-length sword, or axe. By the 6th century, the term for most military units was the Latin word numerus, or its Greek equivalents, arithmos, or tagma, all of these words carrying the meaning number. A numerus usually consisted of 200 to 400 men. In the main body of the army, there were two main kinds of soldiers, regulars and federates, or foederati. The federates were originally foreign allied soldiers, settled in Roman territory, but by this time they were a kind of elite unit, superior to Roman regulars, that could either be foreign or native-born soldiers. Each commanding officer had his own retinue of hand-picked guards, which were referred to as bucellari. These personal guards could be quite large. Belisarius' own guard numbered in the thousands. There is an increased reliance on cavalry, with heavy cavalry in the form of cataphracts, Greek kataphractoi, or Latin clibanari, making up around 15% of the total cavalry. Also, horse archers in the form of Hunnic mercenaries, or native Romans trained in Hunnic mounted archery, played a crucial role in this campaign. Despite the increased cavalry presence, the infantry were still the backbone of the 6th century Roman army. At the beginning of a battle, they would advance in a shield wall, supported usually on the flanks by the cavalry. In comparison with Roman legionaries of the 1st and 2nd centuries, who were highly drilled and fought cohesively as a unit, 6th century Romans fought more as a mass of men fighting as individuals. But this does not mean that Belisarius' units completely lacked discipline and fought as an unorganized rabble. In fact, in respect to training and overall quality of soldiers, Roman units of the period were far superior to anything that the Ostrogoths could muster. This, along with the superb generalship of Belisarius and his colleague Narses, explains how such a small Roman army could hold out against and ultimately defeat the Goths despite being vastly outnumbered. With his army ready, Belisarius sets out with the intention of securing Sicily so that he could move on to the mainland and reclaim all of Italy for the empire.